Hey, good morning. I hope y'all can hear me pretty well. I've ordered a replacement, a professional headset for my podcast. But anyway, so for next few days, or topics, I want to come from finding God in your depression. So I actually had someone to ask me about, they felt like I shared too much information. But I don't think that I share too much information. I try not to share too many details because I know that I feel that if I share some of the intimate details, it could possibly trigger someone. So my podcast is not about war stories. The podcast is about sharing bits of my journey in hopes to encourage someone. Excuse me, to help break stigmas around mental health. Yeah, and if you need treatment, to break those stigmas, for people to feel comfortable going to seek treatment. I mean, it's a real thing. So if you need help, there are plenty of resources out here for you. Go get you some help. So again, finding God in your depression. All right, so let me look at my notes here. All right. So sometimes people are hesitant to admit that they have been diagnosed with depression, or they may be afraid to talk about their depression symptoms or how it impacts their life. So I know a lot of times for me, I always wondered in the back of my mind, how can I explain to anyone how I feel? Because I don't think anyone would really understand how I feel. All right. So in addition to this diagnosis of depression, that the doctors said, um, I have some other diagnosis as well, more on the physical side. Some things that I was born with. So basically, I'm a person with invisible disabilities, both and physical and emotional. Right. So one minute I can have a lot of energy, and the next minute um, I'm out of it. I mean, literally, right? I mean, wiped out. Some days my focus is on point. Then there's some days that I have brain fog, and I'm serious. I cannot stay focused from point A to point B. So those are my days that I have to create like a to-do list, and I have to check things off to make sure that they are done. And so when I was initially officially diagnosed, I went through a phase of my life where I felt guilty, or like I felt like something was wrong with me. I felt worthless. I felt hopeless. Yeah, I did. There were some times in my life where um, depression is one of those things that you can treat and manage the symptoms, but y'all, sometimes there have been times, especially I would say around mm, 18, 2018 and 19 especially, are very very vivid to me. I'm pretty sure there were other times too, but my symptoms, it wasn't a thing like on and off. Like I was impacted Monday and Tuesday I was okay. Sometimes it would be weeks. Yeah, weeks on. And so depression is something that it can it can be heavy. It can sit very heavy on you, and it almost like it just seems like to just steal your joy and your peace, right? So therapy has been very beneficial for me. Y'all believe it or not, I know therapists that have a therapist. So there's so many stigmas around mental health. Um, Especially like when I was growing up, even now, there's still stigmas around people seeking out professional help. The stigma is something's wrong with them. And the word that I hate the most, they're crazy. I hate that phrase when people say that. There's too many resources out here. If you need help, the resources are there. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Same thing with a physical diagnosis. If you know you have some form of arthritis, I'll say rheumatoid, for example, and physical therapy is something that you could do to help um, improve your quality of life. Well, most likely you're going to go to physical therapy, right? So I have like some neuroskeletal, neuromuscular stuff. Well, to avoid having to take medication for it and try to do the most natural things, I go to physical therapy to help strengthen my muscles so that my bones don't ache all the time. Same thing with mental health. So, but anyway, so therapy, yes. The Bible has been very beneficial for me. Some people may feel like the Bible is not a source for them, but I'm just speaking on my personal journey. It's been very um beneficial for me. I think about, and I'm looking at my notes too, y'all, if I look down, I think about Job in the Bible and different things that he went through. Um, the Bible for me, you know, I always find encouraging words of scripture that helps me to navigate whenever I'm going through something related to one of the symptoms of of depression. So, and there's sometimes, if I'm trying to manage a symptom of depression, and then I may have brain fog with it too. There's sometimes, I want to talk to God. I want to pray to God. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. So on those times when I feel that way, and I'm feeling kind of really just down, I just tell God, listen, Lord, today I'm struggling. I'm struggling how to communicate with you how I'm feeling, but I need you to hear my cry for help because I don't even have the mental strength right now to really go into a detailed prayer. So something that, or scripture that I like to read is Psalms 42, 5 through 8. And that's something that's always very encouraging me. It's encouraging for me to read. And so give me just a second. I'm trying to find the scripture. Oh, Lordy. Okay, Psalms 42. Why are you dump? Why are you down in the dumps, dear soul? Why are you crying the blues? And this is the messenger version. Fix my eyes on God. Soon I'll be praising again. He puts a smile on my face. He's my God. When my soul is in the dumps, I rehearse everything I know of you, from Jordan depths to Hermon heights, including Mount Mizar. Chaos calls to chaos, to the tune of whitewater rapids. Your breaking surf, your thundering breakers crash and crush me. Then God promises to love me all day, sing songs all through the night. My life is God's prayer. And that's a scripture that's been very beneficial to me on my journey. So yeah, so I'll be back in a few days to continue some things I've written down in my notes um, about finding God in your depression. All right, y'all. Take care. Peace and blessings until next time.